Rap and Reason podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins. All right, you are tuned in to episode 56 of Rap and Reason podcast. I am one of your hosts, Dr. Jeremy C. McCool.
And I'm Earl Hopkins, man. What's going down?
What's good, bro? How you feeling, man?
Life, man. Life is good, bro. Our book, what is it called?
What is it
Raps
called?
of Resistance. Raps of Resistance is finally on pre-sale, man. That's exciting news, bro. I know you was geeked, and I know your people showed out and supported too once they heard the news. Like, how do you feel about it? The pre-sale not being available,
bro. I like excited is an understatement, man. It's for us to have the manuscript done and for it to be on pre-sale, and I feel like it felt more real once it went on pre-sale. It was like, oh, okay, this is done for real. Like, yeah, amazing feeling. Shout out to everybody who reached out to me, everybody who sent me the confirmation saying that they pre-ordered it. Largely appreciate it. I know right now the ebooks are on for pre-sale, so some people reached out and was like, hey, when are hardcover and paperback gonna be on pre-sale? Hopefully soon, so stay tuned on that. But right now the pre-orders are out for the ebooks. So man, much love, bro. It's been dope, man. A lot of people excited about it. How you feeling with it?
Excited. Bro, I feel like a weight has lifted off of my shoulders. You know what I mean? Not only because it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. But also because like we've been anticipating it for so long. We're talking about, signing the contract, making an announcement in April of last year, March of last year,
up until
to this point. We're talking 17, 18 months.
And if we go back before like getting the proposal done and all of that for the publishers, we talking a year and a half easy.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
Almost two.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it just feels like finally, like the world gets to see and experience this relatively soon. So that's why I'm excited about. And also the support we talking about too. Like we got people, I haven't ordered a pre-book ever in my life. And I have people being like, yo, I wanted to support any way I could. Like, here's my offering to you. And I'm just like, yo, it's appreciated tenfold. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna be honest, me either. I've never pre-ordered a book in my life. And I've had people reaching out and saying like, yeah, no, we have a pre-order. We're just that excited. And the book comes out in May. So for people to be pre-ordering it this early in advance just shows the excitement level for this offering, man. So yeah, y'all stay on the lookout, man. Raps of Resistance is going to be a major staple in hip hop. I think this is a game. I keep saying a culture shift. I really mean that term because there's nothing out like this that frames hip hop in this way. And I think it'll be an exciting moment for people, man. So yeah, excited. So everybody who has not gone Bloomsbury.com, place your pre-order. Just type in Raps of Resistance. It's under the hip hop category. So yeah, and stay tuned, man.
Absolutely. And ironically enough, there's an artist who dropped the album who we actually feature in the book, man. Chance the Rapper, who just dropped the album, long anticipated. I've been anticipating this individually, like me, for years, it feels like at this point. He dropped the album Starline. When you listen to this album, what were your thoughts? Tell me how you felt.
Man, let me say, I'm right with you on that one. Been anticipating this for a long time. He's been teasing Starline. I want to say it's been, what you think, a couple years, maybe. I mean,
it's been easily 3 years.
Easily, and has been rolling out a lot of dope songs that none of which were featured on this one, by the way. But he wrote out a lot of songs to kind of keep people excited about what Starline could possibly sound like. And yeah, on first listen, amazing. I really enjoyed this project. I will say it doesn't sound like how I thought it would sound. But in a good way. Like, I don't know why sonically I imagined this to sound different than what it sounded like. I thought he would go more I thought it would be more boom bap like. I thought it would be a little bit more of that. And I think he stayed true to his sound a little bit more than I expected him to do. But he put in a lot of conscious messaging within his sound. And I thought that it was a fire merging of the two. So for me, man, I think he tackled a lot of really important issues on this album, but he didn't make it sound preachy at all. It doesn't sound forced. I think that he tackled issues in a seamless way on this project, and it's just some dope songs on here. Like, I love the intro. I thought the intro was fire.
Hmm.
Ride with Do or Die. Do or Die is a group, man. Being from Chicago, Do or Die
Yeah,
is a group that does not get the flowers they deserve.
at
Do or
all.
Die has made some heat. And I think that record is hard, like
Hmm.
just a hard record. One of my favorite tracks on here, "No More Old Men."
Yeah,
Beautiful,
bro.
beautiful song. We talking about a meaningful record. That one, I think the way that he was able to capture the concept of black men dying early and not
Yeah.
getting to grow to be old men, and just the wisdom that came from old men and the culture of what that black elder meant in the family. I think that he
Hmm.
did a good job of capturing that in this song. And I was not as familiar with Jamila Woods, but fire. Like her
She's amazing.
vocals sound amazing. So that's a dope track, man. I just like that track just from top to bottom. And then that goes into the Negro Problem, another record that I think is amazing. Like
Fire.
another one where Chance is really able to tackle social issues, but in a way that is amazing. And it features BJ Chicago Kid, which
Come on. You
I,
can't lose.
you can't lose with BJ and Chance. It's a W either way. I love that one. This one was interesting to me, man. I always pronounce this word wrong, but I think it's Japatomonia. I want to believe is how you pronounce it. Interesting name. A lot of people don't know what that word means. I've run across it just in scholarship, but it's pretty much it was a term used to describe the mental state of slaves, but
Mm,
of why to explain why slaves would run away. So it was pretty much used as a
mm,
way for people to excuse the brutality of slavery.
mm.
This was like a term that was used as like this is like a disorder almost. So it was interesting that he chose it, and he leads off this song, really sending some shots at police and whatnot. It was just an interesting pairing. Even
Yeah.
him having Baby Chief do it on it. I think it was just who's also a young drill type rapper now. So it was
Yeah.
just it's a really interesting song. I'm
Mm.
still processing that one and just like where he was going with that one, but dope on first listen. Yeah, man. I think I actually like. Funny enough, I like Gun in Your Purse. I like until it gets to Young Thug part. I'll be honest. I don't like the first half of Gun in Your Purse. I thought was fire. Like I like
Yeah.
the concept, but then
Yeah.
it just kind of yeah. Um, the once it gets to Young Thug's part, I was like, I don't know. Okay, this went somewhere.
Completely lost me there.
Completely
I ain't
lost
gonna
me
lie.
after that. So yeah, I think that feature didn't work. But letters.
Fire. That's my favorite joint off it. Second favorite.
I want to hear your opinion on that, man. What did you think about letters?
Man, I loved it because I'll say this disclaimer. I already knew where he was going with letters because I listened to Chance's interview with Rory and Maul, like the podcast. And so he was alluding to it without saying like the song title. But once I heard
Mm,
it, once I like listened to the interview, I was anticipating it because I'm like, okay, I know Chance owns a church in Chicago, and now he's taking aim at big churches, right? Basically, like, you know what I mean? And I love it, bro, because people don't, they're not like, I don't want to say they're not honest because that implies that they're dishonest, but this type of rhetoric isn't talked about enough, right? Like the
mm,
capitalistic approach of certain churches, major churches, big churches, you know what I mean? Like nobody ever talks about that. It's almost like, oh, okay, yeah, it happens, but like we it's one of those topics that need not to be spoken about. And I don't understand that. This is my first time ever hearing somebody address this in rap personally. You know what I mean? So
mm.
I
Yeah,
loved it, bro.
yeah, same here, bro. That's not a topic that I've really heard tackled on a song before, and I
Hmm.
think that he did it in a very interesting and compelling way. So yeah, that was one that stood out to me too that I had marked. Yeah, man. Another one of my favorite records on here, man, is "Speed of Love" with Jasmine Sullivan.
That's my favorite one.
That's
Easily.
one of my favorite. Yeah, it's hard for me to put a finger on my favorite one. I think
Hmm.
right now is No More Old Men, but this would probably be a close second. Is
Yeah.
Speed of Love with Jasmine Sullivan. The outro is beautiful,
Beautiful.
beautiful, beautiful record, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is we keep coming on here every week talking about another contender for album of the year, bro. This is on there for me.
This is up there.
This is
Easily.
up there for me. Like, what would you say are like your top three favorite songs on this project?
So it is Speed of Love with Jasmine Sullivan. I'll say this too. Chance, when it comes to outros, bro, I think he might be the best outro
Mm,
artist
I'm not mad at that take.
for me ever, bro. Not ever. I think
Ever,
that's crazy,
ever is strong.
but
I got to go back and look
definitely
at some outros, but
but definitely in the last 15, 20 years, bro,
mm,
since I've really been hooked to like hip hop in close proximity or this close of proximity. I think Chance has some of the best outros. If you go to the outro on Acid Rap, it's a beautiful symphony of sounds. If you go to the same with Coloring Book, it's the same
yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? So I think Speed of Love, that Jasmine Sullivan collaboration, bro, beautiful. Jasmine Sullivan, as you know, is a Philly native. I think she lives in Elkins Park. I don't mean to spoil her business out there. It's public.
Dang, you just go say her
I
address. Why don't you, bro? Dang,
didn't put the drop on the crib, but I'm just saying,
talking about
it's
some. She stay
close
on
ties.
672 lowest. Right?
Yo, man. So listen, I love that.
And you better
Speak,
explain why you know her address.
bro. It's public. It's public. That's all I
Why
know.
you better explain why you know where Jasmine Sullivan stay, man. Yeah, I'm trying to cover your bases.
Yo. So listen. So Speed of Light for sure. BJ Chicago kid. They've been collaborating. I think since the beginning.
Mhm.
Since the beginning of his career. Letters, like I said, is one of my favorites. And I'm gonna tell you this. We talk Ride, No More Old Man, The Negro Problem, everything else. I actually, I'll admit this. I actually cried to the highs and the lows. Here's why. This is a
Mm.
song I've heard. This dropped in 2023, I think, or last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've heard this. Oh, why? That's the one that made it that he teased a long time ago. Yeah, this came out.
Yes.
I would say 2023 probably.
And it's something about, I'm a huge Joey Badass fan, but it's something about it being placed in and I'll talk about that with another project or a song. It was something about the sequencing of it. It made me get emotional because I was like, hold on, bro. Like, we've all had lows. We've all
Yeah.
had, and it's a, you know what I mean? It's a roller coaster of a ride, this thing called life. And so I was reflecting on that and hearing it. And I think it had to do with the sequencing, the back to the go and that, and then
And that's
space.
what it was. Back to the Go. I had a response like that to Back to the Go, man. It was one of those records that hit me in the same way. So that whole
Mm,
little I be that little
yeah.
that top half of the album, bro, is just like heavy, heavy,
Heavy.
heavy. Like I love every song. I like there's only probably like two songs skips on here for me total. And
Wow.
honestly, those aren't heavy skips. They're like
Yeah.
I like, but they're not bad songs. Like
Not at all.
that's why I said this is this album. But Back to the Go with Vic Mensa was amazing. Vic went
Fire.
crazy on it too.
Big went
Um,
stupid. I'm so glad to collaborate. And I'll say this too. I hated Tree when it came out.
but in this context,
It is one of my
I
favorite
told
songs on here for that
I
reason.
told you when I heard it, I was like, I hear where he's going with it because he's
Hmm.
tackling a social issue in it, but he's doing it in a way where it sounds like a just a
Yeah.
smoking song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll tell you this. It's almost a better version. Not to compare the totally different songs to an extent, but I think the ideas of it are there's remnants there. You remember Fold Your Clothes by J. Cole or whatever?
Absolutely.
I feel like in some way or another, this was his version of that. And
A
I think
full
he did it
close.
better in the sense that, like, he's like, yo, my mom busted her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she raised us, she did this, she did that. She smoked a little tree. And Cole's
Yeah.
version, it's like, my woman loved me, bro. She be folded. I don't know. There's parallels to me.
I was
I
trying to
hated
find where you
both
was going with it.
individually, but I think like chances in the context of the
Yeah.
song and listening to the threads, the sonic threads that he's really toying with on this project, Tree is one of them joints that I actually play in the car and I'm like, nah, this is like a summer essential now. Like it's
Yes.
crazy.
It's a hard record, bro. And that's why I'm like, the album was able to tackle so much, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
within this what 17 songs.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's like I said, there's even the songs that I didn't think I would like on second listen, I liked it. Like I didn't like Burn Your Block when I first heard it. Because it's not,
Hmm.
I'm not I'm not Mr. Afro beats, you know what I'm saying? That's like
Hmm.
not really my bag. And I could tell he leaned a little bit into that on that joint.
Yeah.
But when I went back and listened to it again, I was like, no, this is nice. This is hard too.
Yeah.
Like some of the like I really can't. This album is 100% one of the albums of the year.
Absolutely.
This is a
Absolutely.
this is a, another contender, and I think that this just reiterated what I said before on the last pod about this year being so much better than last year. Something is in the air this year for hip hop because
Yeah.
it is. We're having some amazing hip hop albums come out. Like this is an album that's gonna last the test of time, just because of it's so layered, it's so dynamic.
Yeah.
There's there's messaging there, but it also is sonically pleasing. Like it has all of the elements that you would need on an album for me, at least. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like this is one of those ones.
And I'm not even gassing it, bro. Like I had butterflies even talking about it because I'm just like the speed of love. I feel like it deserves like a Grammy nom or something, bro. That's how beautiful I think that song is sequenced. Is one of my favorite songs of the year, period. Not even trying to gas this. Like it's fire.
It,
And I think it's symbolic too, to an extent for me too. Cause like I grew up listening to Chance, you being from Chicago, you listen to Chance, and you were actually a part of the many things that Chance himself installed or implemented in the city. So it hits different, I'm sure, for you even more so for
absolutely.
me. But
I,
like it's a comeback story to an extent, I
it's a
think.
it's a comeback story, but also it's a deserving figure. Like
Yeah.
I've been at Stop the Violence rallies in Chicago where Chance has pulled up. Like where he's there and present. Like Chance is
Yeah.
doing work in the schools. He's giving back. He's it has been doing so since he came out. So it's not like
Yeah.
it's somebody who you wanted to see a comeback. So and I'm still standing 10 toes down. I think that people were way overly critical of his last album. It wasn't to me. It wasn't bad like how people made it seem. There's some songs on there that I like. So I never when it
Mhm.
came out, I was like, okay, I can get why people don't like this, but it's not like I don't know. To me, people made it seem like this is the worst album ever, and I was like,
That's what I'm saying. Like that's
I
my
don't
whole
hear that.
thing. I don't like the album. I would never stand for that album personally, but it's not bad. They got records on there like Hot Shower, what's the other one with Megan Thee Stallion, So Handsome. Like they got
Yeah,
records on there,
there's records
bro.
on even what's called is on my playlist now. Is it Sun Come Down?
Yeah, Sun Come
I
Down.
love
Fire.
that song. Like it's songs on there that I rock with. So that's why I'm like I don't
Eternal with Smino, We
yep.
Go High,
We go
Big
high.
Fit with
There,
Gucci.
yeah, there's songs on there that are hard. So I didn't hear that album like other people did, but I know that I could imagine the negative criticism that he got from that album probably impacted him. And then we all know the stuff he has going on in his personal life also. So
Yeah,
I feel like everybody wanted to see, well, not everybody, but I know I wanted to see Chance win. So
yeah.
this album is it's like that to me. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. This is up there. It's gonna be a hard decision to this is gonna be a Grammy. And there's like
Yeah,
three songs on here to me that could be Grammy nominated on the hip
yeah,
hop side. Now I don't know
yeah,
which ones will. Hopefully, if the Grammys get it right, there'll be at least one. But to me, there's like at least three or four songs on here that could be not Grammy nominated. If I'm saying No More Old Men could be there, The
yeah,
Negro Problem could be there,
definitely.
and I would say that Speed of Love could be there. I would say
Yeah,
at least three.
yeah, at least three. Ah,
Highs
man,
and the
this
Lows
stuff.
could be there. If you, I mean,
Which
there's
one?
Highs and the Lows could be there.
Yeah, highs and lows could be there, bro.
Another made
That's
like there's some songs on here. So
and one of my favorite moments because I know we got to move on eventually. But yo, one of the critiques that I always hear with Chance or really any artist that blew up, especially at a relatively young age, is like, yo, why did you move around from the sound? He acknowledged like if y'all want me to take acid again, like you know what I mean, to hark back to that acid rap sound, then you take it. Then you act like it's a what do you say, a super serum or something like that on the record. One of these records, he said, you take acid if you think it's a super serum. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. He acknowledged the criticism and the haters as well
it
on
reminds me of that
Twitter.
old Jay-Z line that y'all want my old stuff, play my old albums. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If you want to hear old me, go listen to old me. Like artists are evolving, as people, so their art is going to evolve. Some
yeah,
artists at 21 shouldn't sound the same as at 30. They should
yeah.
there should be some difference in what they're talking about in the sounds that they're leaning towards. Their music shouldn't sound if their music sounds the same.
That's an issue.
That's my problem with Lil Wayne. I feel like Lil Wayne's music has not evolved. It sounds exactly the same.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
that's the most disappointing album for me of the year, easily for that reason. I think that's an
Yeah,
element of why, among many other reasons, you know?
yeah. I think that there are artists who don't evolve. I think their art is stifled. So to me,
Mhm.
I would expect a Chance the Rapper album now to sound different than Acid Rap, and it does.
It does. It does. But I think like the cover art, the reason why he went back to the same artist and everything to kind of like get that visual element of it,
Yeah,
is because he does integrate some coloring book. He does integrate some of like his earlier stuff because he's the same dude essentially.
Yeah,
But you can hear the evolution he takes throughout the whole project, man. This is fire. It doesn't sound preachy like you said. I agree 1,000%. It doesn't sound preachy as opposed to like not to compare, but as opposed to like Big Sean's last album where I felt like there were moments where it felt a little forced. This one doesn't feel forced. It feels like the time in between those projects was definitely well spent, and he spent that time crafting this down to every element of it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Every detail.
And
Yeah.
I also want to shout out Chance. His push as an independent artist.
Yeah.
We discussed that in our book as well. Another shameless plug. In Raps to Resistance, we discussed his role in this new independence movement, and I think that it's got to also be praised here as well because even him rolling out the CDs with the NFT chips where you can scan the CD to be able to get the
Yeah.
Bluetooth download. I think all of that is really, really impactful, and I think that is where a lot of art needs to be leaning. I think that I can listen to this project and tell that Chance has full control over what he's deciding to put out, and I think that a lot of other artists should consider it
Hmm.
because um, having full creative control can lead to amazing music like this. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Shout out Chance. I got this is fire. Like this. What do you think that this now we got to do this again? We just did this last
Yeah.
week. Now
Yeah.
we got this out. We got JID, we got Freddie Gibbs, we got clips. Like where is this falling for you? And we got GNX when it comes to Grammy season for last year.
Yeah. I
It's
think
gonna
this
be
lands without really thinking about it. My mind is telling me, heart and mind, F it. Telling me third. I think this falls third. Hmm. Maybe second. Maybe second behind clips.
yeah. That's what I think that's kind of where
Yeah.
I'm
And
thinking.
if we're considering Grammy season, right? So GNX
Yeah,
is in it. I'm putting this second, bro. I can't see it. I'll listen to this longer than I'll listen to GNX because it has more of a universal sound versus like that West Coast sound.
yeah, for sure.
And I think the material, bro, is so layered. It's so layered. You can really sit with this album. This album made me go back to 10 Day.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I need to hear this musical revolution or evolution for myself. And seeing it and hearing this and the playability I feel like this album has, bruh. I'm listening to this more than JID's project, Freddie Gibbs, and I love those albums. So
And,
that speaks
and
to
I've
the
been playing
quality.
Freddie Gibbs album a lot, so I
Yeah,
I, I don't know. That's about to say it's gonna be. I feel like my opinion on this could shift. I would say as of right now, this is probably second as well after Clips album, but I got to keep listening, man, because right now Freddie Gibbs album I've been playing probably the most.
oh wow.
I'm
Yeah,
playing for Freddie Gibbs album is good. There's some songs on there. Uh, Ensalada is one of the most fire songs I've heard in a minute.
in a
Like
minute.
that's an amazing the way he paints the picture on Ensalada. It's just it's different, and his
Yeah.
flows, the production, Alchemist production on there is just crazy. That's one of those ones. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, to me, this is gonna be the first year in hip hop where those awards go up and people are like, this could go either way, and I'm not mad.
Honestly,
Everybody fire.
honestly.
As long as y'all don't try to, as long as the Grammys don't try to pull a some funny one and put a random act in there who ain't that good. I feel like
Yeah,
this is gonna be like one of those ones where everybody listed is fire.
yeah. Like
And we
honest,
haven't, and the year ain't even up. We don't know if Cole dropping.
right?
So this is one of those years for hip hop. Hip hop is in a good place again. And remember when I said on the last pod that I felt like hip hop wasn't addressing social issues and just black issues and
Yeah.
I wasn't hearing pro black music
Mm-mm.
out of any of the artists that come out. I stand correct. This Chance does this
He
that
answered
this
that.
album. He answered the one thing that I said was missing this year out of hip hop. I feel like I got with this Chance project. So yeah, I think hip hop's in a great place.
Yo, this I'm gonna keep singing this praises, bro. It's just so well balanced. And you know what's crazy? I think if we're thinking about a year's time, like if we're thinking back all the way to Corday's album, because I think Corday's album is one of the most unspoken, underrated albums to
It was
come
a
out
really
in the
good album.
past year to this point. Yeah, bro. Like I think Chicago, man. There's some in the water, bro. I don't know what y'all sipping out of Lake Michigan. I hope y'all not. But whatever it is, man, it's magic in there, man. This is Phenomenal month and a half, 2 months of rap, of hip hop, for real.
Yeah, phenomenal, man. So look, shout out to hip hop and shout out Chance, man. This is a dope offering that we'll be playing a lot more in the future. Speaking of, since I brought up Alchemist, this
Mhm.
isn't on the docket, but I want to touch on it quickly.
Yeah.
Alchemist and Most Def are dropping soon.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
That, what do you think that combo is gonna sound like?
Wow. Yo. Okay. So let
Yeah.
me theorize. If they somehow, because we know Alchemist sound, right?
The
We haven't
project is
heard
gonna be called Forensics, by the way.
forensics. I wonder if Alchemist is going to bring out the black on both sides type of death.
That's what I want.
That's what I want. And given like the type of style of production Alchemist brings, I feel like that'll happen. It's the only
And
other aspect we were unsure about is how Most Def will sound, and I have no doubts on that end.
I've never heard Most Def rap badly, so I,
Yeah,
I have no doubt that he and Most Def is very vocal when it comes to social issues. All of them.
very,
So
very.
I have no doubt that that he's going to be talking about a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world right now, and I think he's a voice that's really needed.
I
I
think
think if there
so.
was ever a time for Most Def to drop, I think right now is needed. But it's hinted that he'll be debuting the new music from the project at a live event in Paris on January 25th.
Okay.
Yeah, so man,
Yeah.
look, I'm looking forward to hearing what that's gonna sound like.
And can we also talk about like Alchemist has been in the game for like 25 years, but can we talk about the run, bro? The run is
Oh,
crazy.
this run is stupid. I
Like
think
dumb.
what I appreciate about Alchemist is that Alchemist has a very distinct sound,
Mhm.
and it's a sound that really shouldn't work, but it works. I think his he is not drum heavy,
Mhm.
which to me hip hop is drum heavy. So
Yeah.
for like I for him to kind of minimize the drums in a lot of his
Yeah.
production, but I think it works because he only really does music with fire lyricists. So
Exactly.
it really it emphasizes what artists are like a Freddie Gibbs or and some of these artists are saying. So I think
Larry
a
June.
Larry
Yeah.
June, right? It emphasizes um what they're talking about more. So I think it works, man. I think he has a signature sound that uses a lot of instrumentation, and I just think yeah, I gotta give credit where it's due, man. He's been on a run.
He's been on a crazy run. And him and Erica Badu are dropping a project soon too. So that adds to the run we're even talking about. Like,
It's
and I
crazy.
agree. His sound shouldn't work because hip hop, you're right, is a drum based art form. Historically, now especially. I think the composition he makes up are so sonically rich, especially with the samples he'll like integrate or put into a record, man. So to have that with Most Def, with Erica Badu, come on, bro. Like it's going to be magic, even more
Yeah.
magic to come this year, hopefully, or within the next 6 months. You know,
I'm hoping they push that up because the fact that they're talking about it now and him coming out and saying we've never heard Most Def in this type of pocket, that to me that is hopefully they move it up. I,
you
I
know,
I would prefer to get that earlier, sooner than later.
you know who else we missing?
Who?
Andre, 3 stacks, bro. Like if we can get him
Uh,
with an
Man, we
alchemist or
wishing on the
something.
star. We might well ask for Lauren Hill to drop it.
At this point,
At this
at
point,
this point,
at this point,
yeah.
I'm not even gonna hold my breath on that one.
But yeah,
Actually, no. That I take that back. That was the initial drop date. I guess was supposed to be in 2025. So maybe they're gonna move. That I think they've pushed it out. So hopefully we get it sooner. Now that Alchemist is out
okay.
and discussing it. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, looking forward to that.
Mm.
What else we got to talk about, bro?
Man, who else dropped, yo? Oh, we gotta talk tears. You want to talk tears now or after the Cardi B since thing?
Well, let's do tears now. So,
Yeah.
we had somebody on our. I wish I had saved his name. But we had somebody reach
Nah,
out.
my guy Henry Savage, man.
Yep, Henry. Actually had a request, and as we told you all, man, if you want to request a topic for us to discuss on air, just leave it in the comments under the episodes or on our social media posts, and we'll try to get to them on air. This one we're going to do that with. Um, we're going to discuss a little bit about what the second tier is. We often talk about
Mhm.
Kendrick and Cole being on the tier by themselves as far as artists. Some people put Drake there. I do not, but Some people do.
Yeah.
So they because of success, they put Drake there on
Mm.
that tier. So if that's one tier, people always ask, what's the next tier after that? A lot of people will say JID. Who else do you feel like is in that tier?
So, okay, second tier, man. And I'm basing this off of talent. I'm basing it off of impact, and discography. Because you can have all the first two or one of the three, two of the three, whatever. And if your discography is cheeks, and I'm not putting you in this list, but I would say to go with JID, man, it's tough. Second tier, obviously, JID goes what I was saying, in my opinion, especially now. And I think this is an ever changing list, obviously. I wouldn't even put Drake at the top in tier one for that reason, because he hasn't dropped anything of substance for a minute. Um, Second tier, man. Should have thought of this more.
I mean,
Uh,
I would say that the next tier, I would say Joey Badass.
mm,
I would say
mm.
Joey. You think he's
I
lower
wouldn't
or
put
higher?
him. I think he's lower. I think he's lower
Mm,
based on those things because of inactivity. I think
okay.
if like relatively younger music fans, hip hop fans, think of Joey Badass as a character on Raising Kanan. You know what I mean? As an actor,
Okay. I can see
than
that. I
they
can
do
see it.
artists. That's the only reason, though. That's the only
Yeah, yeah,
reason,
yeah, yeah.
because he gets the first two off top. Well, he gets talent and discography, because I think Joey's discography is phenomenal, but he's been inactive, so that impact hasn't been quite as strong.
Absolutely. So who else do you think could fall into that tier? I would say, would you put Chance the Rapper into that tier? The next tier?
No, I would not.
I would. I would put Chance either on that tier or he almost on the tier to me with Kendrick them. But
Mm,
he's if he's not there, he's definitely one notch under to me.
mm.
I would say based on discography is there.
Yeah,
You at minimum you got to give him three fire projects at minimum. At minimum you got to give him Acid Rap, Coloring Book, and
I think he
this.
got two classics, and I think Starline will be considered a classic.
Yeah, so that's three. So he got the discography, he got the talent. What he missing?
I don't think you make a 3,333 if you're tier one. That's my only argument though. Like you don't make that if you can't. No offense to my man. Obviously, we just bigged up his album. So if you're hearing this chance, we love you. But you're not making a 3,333 if you're tier one or tier two to me. Because like the other people
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
name can sell out us
I
a
disagree.
state
Okay. So
joint.
first, yes, but the second tier, I don't think JID is outselling Chance the Rapper.
Not outselling them is as far as what? Like records or like venue
Anything.
numbers? I don't know. I think you have to pair JID with like someone, but I
That's what I'm
think
saying. I don't think you have to pair Chance with anybody.
he's doing okay. So in Philly, he's doing the Fillmore.
Hmm.
He's going to sell that out. We know that,
Absolutely.
but he's doing the Fillmore though. I think JID, he would probably do
JID can do
more
the
too.
film more too. That's what I'm saying. They're in
He'll
the
probably
same.
do probably. I was
That's
going
what
to
I'm
say the
saying.
Met, but I don't think he's doing the Met.
Maybe he might be able to pack out the Met right. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think their popularity is far off. Is what I'm saying.
Then should we put? Okay, so this is who I'm considering for tier two. I'm considering Tyler the Creator tier two, and honestly, I will put him tier one. So I'm gonna promote him tier one personally.
I can understand why you would.
Yeah, like
I
because
do not
his
like his music.
global, he's global,
I
bro.
don't like his music enough to do it. But
Yeah,
I understand as far as impact, there's no doubt about the tier one.
and fandom, yes, and
Yeah, you want no.
he is talented. Although I don't think you rock with all of his music like that. But
I don't rock with most of the things I've heard, but the ones I do like, I think is really good. So I'm not mad at that.
yeah, I'm putting Vic Mensa tier two. I think Vince is
How you
amazing.
gonna put Vic Mensa tier two and not Chance?
Chance the Rapper,
Chance the Rapper
inactivity.
is a thousand times more popular than Vic Mensa is.
Not right now. I don't think
Like,
so. Not right now. I wouldn't say nah, bruh. I wouldn't say so. I think
Vic
Chance is
Mensa
tier
cannot
three
sell
right
out the
now.
Fillmore by himself.
Vic Mensa? Yes. Or
Vic
who did I
Mensa,
say?
VIC Mensa, however you want to
Did I
say it.
say Vic Mensa? I
Yeah.
definitely meant Vince Staples. I'm
Oh,
tripping.
okay. Oh,
I'm
I'm
tripping.
sorry. I'm like, wait a minute. How
I'm
I like Vic Mensa, but I'm like,
tripping.
how you gonna put Vic Mensa there and not Chance? Okay.
Nah, I definitely meant Vince Staples. I'm
Okay,
tripping.
Vince Staples is in this. I don't know if Vince Staples is bigger than Chance, but
I think he's not
I don't think
historically bigger.
his music is not bigger than Chance the Rapper's.
I think he's bigger than him right now.
His social media presence or him as a public figure, yes. Him as a
Nah,
musically, no way.
I think bruh.
He does not have
I,
any project that's as big as Acid Rap. He does not have any project that's been as successful as Coloring Book. There's no.
but you're talking about projects that are 10 years old. Like that's the difference though. Like
But
that's the only thing I'm
they
considering.
don't get thrown out because they old.
They got to though. Like if we
No
talking
way.
current, if we talking current, it's one thing to talk about historical. That to me, chances, if we talking historical, chances arguably sandwiched between 2 and 1 to me.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying.
but if we talking about current, I'm thinking of current.
Oh, you're
Like
just talking about current standings. No, I'm talking.
I'm just talking about current, like at period right now. And that's why I don't have Drake in tier 1 right now. If so, how do you want to do it? You want to do historical or you want to do current, like pound for pound type of like rankings? Like, how do
I don't
you?
think you can do one without the other. I can't. I don't think you can talk about just current because that means you're just judging by their last album, basically.
I'm judging from the last. I think it's fair to judge last 2 to 3 years because that's like a cycle in rap.
Mm.
That's how I kind of see it. Like the latest cycle is like, okay, 2 to 3 years, like who's really popping?
But if you do 2 to 3 years, Cole ain't popping. That's what I'm saying. You can't. To me, with hip hop, you can't do that because people don't release that frequently anymore.
Man, it's
The
tough.
top artists don't release every year, 2 years. Like Kendrick don't release every 1 or 2 years. This is new with Kendrick being outside like this. Kendrick
Yeah,
typically releases every 5 years.
you
J.
got a
Cole
point.
typically releases every 2, 3. You know what I'm saying?
So let's do it. Let's do it. So let's do 10-year window.
Oh,
I
okay,
think that's fair.
10 years. So
10-year window. We gotta put Drake back up there then.
okay.
So I'm putting Drake, Cole, Kendrick, 1. That goes without saying. 2, Chance goes in there, but I also think Future goes in there.
You said talent was one of. Did we say skill set was one of the criteria, or we
But
just
if
talking about
one, but
popularity?
if impact and popularity
Is
is up
way
here
you saying
though,
it outbalances. Okay, then I'm all
you
right.
feel me? It
Okay,
outbalances, and we. Oh, you're not gonna like this at all. You gotta put Playboy Cardi in too.
man, knock it off. That skill set too low. That skill set too low. It don't balance out. That's one of the.
Wow.
You ever seen like on 2K when one of the sliders is like way down?
Yeah.
It don't. Yeah, no, his slider way down on skills.
Yo.
His
Okay. All
slider
right.
at 0. Like
All
that.
right.
That's like
All right. Vince. I'm still putting Vince Staples in two. I just feel like,
Vince
but
Staples is not two.
so let's put him three.
I don't even think Vince Staples thinks Vince Staples is two.
I'll
And I
put
love Vince Staples
Tyler.
music, but he is like he is nowhere near. He's not on the level of Tyler the Creator or Chance the Rapper as far as his music impact. Like him as a
Impact.
figure and him and his TV show and all the other stuff he's doing,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I
I'm
think that's
saying
fair though. I think that's
just
fair.
musically, no, he would be tier 3 to me.
And I feel like his talents may like put him in the conversation, but I think like because we talking about Tyler multi Grammy winner, Chance multi Grammy winner, on top of like them just having a lot
Now
of influence. You know what I mean?
JID is in there.
I can't put him in there historically then. I just can't. Like he hasn't, I can't think of a record that he himself has like him as a single artist has pushed where it's been a
Surround
topic of
sound.
conversation. Which
Surround
one?
sound.
I don't
Surround
even
sound
know.
was a huge record.
I don't even know what that song. What
Yes,
is
you
that
do.
song?
Push the button, button, break a pound down. Put the one where everybody was
Oh,
doing the ceiling challenge.
is
That
that
was a
just
big
him?
record. Yeah, that's his record.
Okay. All
It's a big
right.
record.
Then he's earned tier 3.
Tier 3 is great. You know what? I see. To me, you're only judging on popularity. You're not judging off. You're not putting the skill slider at the same level.
His skill is crazy, but it's like
His skill set is better than everybody else we mentioned on the next tier. To me,
I just don't think, bro. I think he can be in that conversation.
you're not putting the sliders evenly. If you're just putting
Uh,
skill slider, like skills,
yeah.
who rapping better than JID right now?
Right now. But if I'm looking at a 10-year
Or
window,
last year or the year before. I mean, JID been outside rapping for a long time.
and I think that's also why I can't put him tier 2 because we know like what his other projects have done. They're critically acclaimed, but
Yes.
like none were
The Forever Story is an amazing record.
none of them
Crazy
set
album.
the roof off where it's like, oh, okay, like JID just dropped. Like this is a moment for us to freeze and stop. Like I don't recall that in
Because his
the last five
popularity
years.
slider is lower than the other ones.
It's like
But
the
it's not
other
the project.
people.
The Forever Story is a amazing
It's
project,
amazing,
top
but
to
like the
bottom.
other people, who else would you put in two? And I think that'll like aid where I'm at with it because
Okay, so I can understand why we wouldn't put him with Chance. Okay,
I
fair.
just wouldn't put him with
Or
Chance.
with Tyler the Creator. Okay, so if those ones are the second tier,
Yeah,
then I could see him being a tier down.
that's my only argument.
But if
Yeah,
he's a tier down, he's the leader of the tier down.
I agree. I agree. I think he's the leader
Because
of that
I just
third
don't know
tier.
who else is on the tier with him. Then
Vince, Vince Staples, maybe. I
yeah,
would say they're
I can see
relatively
that.
on the same tier.
I can see that. I don't think. The only reason why my problem with that is
Mhm.
nobody is saying Vic Mensa is next up. Nobody is saying Vic Mensa is the next to be up there with
Vince
Kendrick.
Staples, Vince Staples.
Nobody's saying my bad. That's what I'm talking about though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nobody is
Oh,
saying
you
that.
talking about Vic?
I've never heard out of any hip hop fan's mouth to say that Vince Staples is next up. He is the new. He's up there with Kendrick and Cole. He coming for that top big three spot. I've never heard nobody talk about Vince Staples like that. I think everybody respects his pen and thinks he has good
Yeah.
music, but nobody's talking about him in that way that they're talking about JID.
Well,
I've
you can
never
have
heard it.
upside and
I've
be in the
never heard
same
it.
tier as someone who's like settled in a tier. Like you can be like, yo, I think one day Chance is gonna like you usurp all of these dudes, but right now he's tier two. Like I think two
Vince
can be
Staples is
true.
in a tier with this is a crazy conversation. I knew this was gonna be all over the place. Vince Staples is in a tier with all right,
No way. I feel like I'm telepathically, I feel like I know what you're about to say, but maybe not.
Larry June, Currency. He's there to me. He's not.
Oh, I can't do
I'm,
that.
I mean, his material is more complex. So I'm not saying as far as like his actual content. I'm saying as far as like he has a core fan base who follows him, but he's
Mm.
not being discussed amongst Kendrick and Cole and them like at
Mm.
all.
Mm.
He's not. I'm not hearing it. Nor,
Dang.
so I'm not saying I'm saying where he has his own cult fan base, and that's not an insult because Larry June is lit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
he's hard. He's hard,
Larry June
especially
has
independent.
his own following, his own sound. People rock with him. You know what I mean? And he's not necessarily aiming to take up the next spot. JID to me is in the second tier because he's actively being mentioned amongst the greats. Actively, there's never been a year. There hasn't been a year in the last few years where people haven't been saying JID next.
I tell you why I kind of agree with that. That Vince Staples is in the same tier as Currency, Larry June. I think this is the only way I can compute that in my head or justify that in my head.
Hey, I'm not talking musically, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Because I think the two other people's Currency and Larry June are very regional based artists.
Yeah,
Like
I can even
they're
say
the
like
biggest in the region.
Benny the Butcher. You can put
Yeah,
Griselda in that category,
yeah.
that same tier. All like
They're the
yeah,
biggest out of the region. Specifically,
absolutely.
like I'm talking about Vince Staples. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's from LA." There's no way. He's from
He's
Long
from
Beach, though.
Long Beach.
You know what I mean? And he's the biggest artist currently from that city,
Absolutely.
technically, or municipality, whatever. So, man, it's tough. I kind of agree with that, but
Well, he lit. I mean, well, and I'm saying that to say they're dope. They have
yeah,
their own fan base who rocks with them, who rock with the music, but they're not necessarily coming for the top MC spot where it's like they're.
yeah,
I don't even think Vince is actively saying I want to be the best
yeah,
MC. I don't even get that from you know.
yeah.
I don't
So,
think he cares what any of us think about him. To be honest, that's just. I mean,
yeah,
I have that level of respect where I feel like Vince Staples is also one of them people who don't care what nobody thinks.
yeah. I don't think so.
So I don't think he's actively trying to be the number one MC.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, bruh. I just can't. For me, JID and Chance.
They can't be in the same. Well, then we need to bump Chance up to one, and I'm okay with that.
I can't bum him.
I'm fine
I
with that.
can't
So
do that because it's
Chicago, man, Chance up there
ah,
hey, Chance up there, man. He up there with Cole Dot.
yo,
Chance, he up there on the
yo,
top one tier. Chicago South Side, he right there. Yeah.
man. 6 years without an album though, but I will give him props, bro. He
Kendrick
dropped
has
a
been
fire one,
5 without an album.
huh?
Kendrick has been went 4 or 5 without an album.
Kendrick to me is like
Kendrick,
Kendrick and
I
Cole
hate
are
to say that.
untouchable.
Kendrick music is yeah. Kendrick can always roll out some fire though.
You feel me? Yeah. Shout out my boy GLC, man. He said, "Yo, that pack is loud," or whatever he said. Forgot. about Kendrick's music.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, man, it's tough. This is a tough thing.
This stuff. All right, we're gonna work on this. So we'll put together a tier system maybe, and then we'll come back. 'Cause this is hard to do on the spot.
It
I
really
thought
is,
this would
bro.
be easier, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's very difficult because there's so many things to take into consideration.
Yeah.
If you're ranking it off skill set and off popularity and off
That's
impact and all
tough.
of that, it's tricky, man. That you hit us with a hard question, bro.
Yeah, shout out my guy Henry Savage, man. Works with me at the Inquirer, bro. Good dude. Credible hip hop fan too, man. So shout out to my guy.
Yo, shout out Henry, man, for sure. All right. Speaking of people who should be on the top tier, Cardi B dropped.
Yeah, right. She did drop, man. What is that called? Imaginary Players? What is it called?
Imaginary Players. So Cardi B recently released a joint alongside a music video as well called Imaginary Players. It is a flip of it's not really even a flip because she used the exact same beat as Jay-Z's Imaginary Players, even similar flows. For
Yeah.
those who do not know, Imaginary Players is a joint by Jay-Z where Jay-Z just pops it and talks about how he is greater and better and richer than all of us. And it is an amazing record. I remember when I came on here and said I don't typically like those type of records. I think we were talking about clips.
Yeah. I'm so
So
far
I'm
ahead.
so far ahead, and I was like, Jay Z's one of the only ones to me who can get that off and it works because he did it.
Mhm.
Imaginary Players is actually the song I had in mind when I was thinking of that because Jay Z just does it so well. It has the
Yeah.
flow that's cool where it works. Um, so yeah, uh, what did you think about the record, man?
Uh Me teeing this off is crazy. I don't like this record at all.
Really?
I really don't
I'm
because
not that shocked.
to me, Imaginary Players is like he said the fake reaction is crazy. To me, that's a classic. That's one of my favorite early Jay-Z records. Like that's probably my favorite song off volume two. So like to hear Cardi B of all people try like use this beat, use this beautiful instrumental to pop her, you know what I'm saying? Pop her stuff. I think I think it's a clash in the two different worlds I never want to see merge. You know what I mean? Like, really, that's how I feel about it. I feel like, you know what I mean? Now, to her credit, though, I don't like the song at all. I want that to be very clear, R&R listeners. I want that to be very clear. But I appreciate that she's taking a moment to harness her Bodak Yellow type of like lyrical ability, however limited you may think it is. She's trying,
I,
though.
I,
Like, I'll give it to her. She's
so let
trying.
me be. I'm not gonna lie, Earl. Me and you have been switching and alternating between takes in the
Yeah.
last few episodes,
Makes for
and I'm okay
good
with this.
potting.
It does. I will say, man, I did not vehemently hate this as much as you did. To
Okay.
me, I there was some bars on there. Like her said,
There's some
like there
bars.
to me, there were some bars on there that stood out to me that I was impressed by. I'm a star, but I'll slap you. Don't get starstruck. It's fire. I don't care who say that. I like it. You know what I mean?
Poetically disrespectful for
Her
sure.
saying I buy men's watches and make them take the links out. Like she's saying bars on here that
You
I'm like,
talking crazy.
yeah, yeah, she talking. So I like some of the lyrics. What I don't like is some of the delivery of some of the lyrics. I think that
Yes.
her rapping slow, and I don't know if I don't know if it's the accent or if it's like I'm not sure what it is, but it doesn't work on some parts. Some parts of it, I'm like, it's the delivery of it that is kind of off to me. But as far as what she's saying,
Mhm.
I'm not mad at it. Like I feel like it was a cool moment of like paying homage to what Jay-Z did with that and kind of doing a woman version of it. I thought it was fly. And I liked the video. I thought the video was fly. Like
Mhm.
I'm not as insulted by it because this is a song by Jay-Z, even though I love it, it's a song that is nothing but material. It's not like it's a deep song. Like if she remade one of Jay-Z's deep records, then I'd be
Yeah,
like,
like Song Cry or something. I'll
yeah,
be
if she
like,
read that
"Ooh."
song cry, I'd be offended. You feel me?
Yeah.
If she tried to redo Lucky Me or something like a Jay-Z song that I'm like, oh, this is a
Yeah.
deep, thought-provoking Jay-Z record, then I'd be like, nah. But for her, to me it made sense. I just didn't necessarily like the delivery, but I wasn't insulted by it because it's a fly, let me flex on you record. And I thought that I thought it was on brand.
I think what she say about a glory hole. Like there's just so many
Oh, there's
bars
some bars on there that I trashed, but I tried to highlight the good ones.
and her flow is a little choppy. Like I noticed, I'm like, hold on, did the
Yeah,
video mess up, or is she like, did she pause? Like, what did
it's
it?
probably her punching. As somebody who's been in studios, it's probably her punching in of where it's like
Yeah,
rappers who are like dope, like not just dope, but rappers who are like seasoned and really good. They rap straight through their verses.
yeah,
Other rappers who need a little more work, what they'll do is they'll rap a line, stop, and then jump back in, rap the other line, stop, rap it. No,
yeah.
that so I can tell listening to this that that's what she
That
did.
was a punch in. It sounded like it.
Yeah, but I
Man,
wouldn't. I'm don't Cardi B ain't Rhapsody. Come on, man. We
you feel
gotta.
me?
I'm
And we
not.
can't
No, I'm
expect
not
that.
saying we need to grade on the curve, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like we kind of do though, because because I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I've said on this pod many a times, I think Invasion of Privacy, when you look back
You
on
love that
it, it's
album.
I think it's a classic album. And I'll
Mm.
stand 10 toes on that.
And
I
you
think
gonna
it's a classic album.
and you gonna stand alone, my brother.
I'll die on that hill, bro. Throw the arrows at me.
I thought it was good. I like the album. Classic.
Yeah, man.
I just
I
want to
just don't
remind
think it
y'all that
was.
this is the same man who sat up here and argued with me that the College Dropout was not a classic album, but I want to proceed.
No, I said it was classic, not perfect. Yeah, I mean, we get workout plan. Take the workout plan off, baby. Um, so I'll say like the video to me is the best part of this song.
Yo,
All right,
the
that's
video
why
fire.
I put it
I
on
like
mute
the video.
just to watch the video. Yeah. But anyway, my R&R fans know what's up. But yeah, so
The
yeah,
video's
man. I
hard.
think I'm not. I wouldn't say insulted is the word, but just like yeah, it's a for me. You know what I mean?
I understand. Now I'm not going, and I'm never going to intentionally listen to this again. But
What if
if
they
like,
play it
but if
outside though?
my girl was playing it, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
mad at it. If I heard it outside, I wouldn't be mad at it. Like to me, it was.
yeah.
Like I said, I wasn't mad. Like I said, there had some lines in there where I was like, okay, all right,
She
Cardi B.
tried. I could tell she tried on
Cardi
it.
B tried is crazy. Tried is like when your kid try to do something and you're like, oh, look at him trying to ride a bike. Like, no, that's not
Yo,
right. I thought that it was cool. It was cool.
that's a
Earl,
word. That's a
Earl,
word for it, man. This is gonna play
wow.
at a sneaker shop,
We
TV
switch. I'm telling you, we
screen,
switching up, man.
anywhere. This is gonna play at a finish line, like the video. I already know it. So hey, man, I applaud her for just putting music out. We just needed music from
And
Cardi.
and Jay Z's "Imaginary Player" song charted on the Billboard for the first time. Afterward,
What?
yep.
See, that's the beauty in these samples or
Yeah,
these.
because I think a lot of people was like, "Let me go back to the original," and yeah, man. So shout out to her for that. Like I said, it. I've heard worse.
That is true. I've heard worse.
I've heard much.
that line is crazy, but it's true.
Hey man, so shout out Cardi B. I'm interested to see what the album will sound like. We will cover this, believe it or not, on this show.
We certainly will. We certainly will.
We would definitely cover. I don't know. Did she have a name for the new album? Has she wrote out a name
I
yet?
forgot, but she does have a name for the record.
Okay.
Am I the problem? I think is
Okay.
the album.
Yeah, so we'll definitely be reviewing that as well on this here pod. What else we got, man?
Man, that was it. I think like where would you rate Cardi B as far as tiers? And we did I know we probably need more
Come on,
time for
man.
this.
Come on,
Where would you
man.
put her? Is she
Stop it.
not tier one? Come on, man.
You're not good. No, you ain't gonna come on here and say all this bad stuff about Cardi B and think I'm gonna join in with you. No, she is not on tier one with Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. No.
Man,
I'm not gonna. I can't rank her among the people we're talking about because I don't look at her as a traditional like MC like lyricist.
yeah.
So I'm out to rank her amongst the class of women in hip hop.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the lyrical. I'm not talking about
No,
Rhapsody, Tierra. To me, they can be ranked with the other people we're naming. I can say why I think Rhapsody falls in the tier.
for sure. I think that's
I would
that's
probably say the
valid.
third tier, like amongst the people we were naming. I could do that with the more lyrical ones, but like a Cardi B, I can't really. I don't even know if Cardi B writes her own music. I would judge. I would
No
think.
shot, but like the truth. That's the
No,
truth.
I'm just being honest. Like so, I would. That's not a shot at all. I think that's you know what I mean, legitimate. So I don't know where she would fall on that front, but I would say as far as women in hip hop,
Mhm.
I would say her and maybe Meg are in the same category.
I think that's fair. I
I,
actually
I,
think Meg makes
better music.
I think so.
I
And
would agree.
she's produced or like It was definitely.
Meg rapping sounds way better than Cardi B. Let me be clear.
Oh yeah,
I
without
just think
question.
Cardi B's sometimes I like Cardi B's production.
I think the production is fine. Like she has an ear. I'll give her that. Like her and her people have an ear for what works for her and her brand.
Yeah.
So I give kudos to that. And Megan is the same. I think she just out raps her.
Yeah. Oh, I think
Raps her.
Megan and Stallion actually sounds amazing as far as
She's
but
dope.
just rapping, like I said, her subject matter doesn't necessarily relate to me in most cases.
Hmm.
And it's not like that kind of makes me not listen to it. But when I hear her, I'm like, oh no, she rapping though. Like
Yeah,
I would say like her and Lotto are like the rappers. Like
I think so.
they
Her
sound
Lotto.
great. Rap
I
like
think Dochi rap circles around a lot of people. Tierra Whack rap
yeah.
circles. What's her name, yo? I don't even want to butcher it, but Rhapsody's in another class for me personally. I have so much reverence for
Me
her.
personally, I don't even talk about I don't talk about Rhapsody like how I talk
I have too much
about the other
respect
ones.
for her.
To me, rap I talk about Rhapsody. Like I said, I talk about her when I talk about how I talk about the other ones. Like
You feel me?
I
Yeah,
talk about her like how I would talk about a Vince Staples or like she's over there to me.
yeah,
I don't because of substance and content. I feel like Rhapsody's on another tier.
yeah. And I want to clear this up before any of y'all comment anything. It's not. We're not saying male artists are better because we're putting them in the same thing, like the same thing, right? Like so,
Yeah.
we're not separating them as far as saying what female MCs or
No,
women are
no, 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 no,
worse. We're
no,
just it's
because
just different. It's
no,
just
it
different.
to me, if you're not talking about nothing that is relevant, you're going to be in the other tier. So
Feel me?
I put 21 Savage in the same category with them. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest because they ain't talking about nothing. Artists who ain't talking about nothing are in another category with me. People who make club music are. I'm not talking about when I'm talking about Vince Staples. When I'm talking about Vic Mensa and Chance the Rapper. To me, if you're not talking about anything, you're over there.
Yeah.
Moneybag Yo is over there too. Like Moneybag Yo is in. I'll talk about him and Meg the Stallion in the same sentence.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that makes sense though.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I
that makes sense.
separate it by what you like,
And I like
skill set and
Moneybag
what
Yo
you're rapping
music
about.
too.
Oh yeah, I do too.
But that's valid. That's
But I'm
valid.
saying it's like it's club music.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, man. I'll put her in the same boat. Meg Thee Stallion. I'll put Ice Spice below them.
Oh
Uh,
come on. Whoa, she not in there. No, 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 no,
you
no.
feel me? Like it doesn't even go without saying.
Yo, speaking
Yeah.
of that, did you see Highest to Lowest, the movie?
Nah, I haven't yet. I need to see that, bruh.
What made me think about that is because Ice Spice makes a random appearance in there.
She's in it, right? Like she's on the
Yeah,
cast and crew joint. That's crazy.
I don't know why her role has absolutely no relevance to the storyline at all. But she's just there. Like she just pops up. She's there for a minute, and it's like it's not relevant to the storyline at all. But
And
the
I found
movie,
out those
oh,
scenes actually filmed in New York. Like this is a real high production. It's
oh, I
like,
could tell.
come on. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
it's Spike Lee, bro. I really enjoyed this movie. Like,
Yo.
really, Denzel was in his bag. ASAP Rocky did great.
Did he for real?
Yes, yes, yes. I really thought he performed well. Like him and Denzel together, like their back and forths are hilarious and they work. Like to me it was just a dope movie. Like yeah, it's one of those ones that I'm like I'm trying to find a group who I can sponsor to go see it. 'Cause I think it's a good. I think even the like the messaging behind it I think is really impactful. It's
Yeah.
Spike Lee, so you already know that's gonna be there, bro.
You already know, man. Spike Lee, one of our goats. Like
Oh,
for
absolutely.
sure. For sure.
Yeah, Spike Lee is like that. Spike Lee and Denzel together is like that.
Come
Like,
on, man. And one of my I haven't seen the movie, but yeah, I've watched them on the marketing circuit, the promotional circuit, going to different interview spots and seeing them together, talk about yo, my brother, like seeing them and hearing them talk about Malcolm X and all the other films, Inside Man. What other films they've done? Like a bunch.
uh,
Um,
they've done a lot. They did Malcolm X,
yeah,
Mo Better
Mo
Blues.
Better Blues. Yeah,
Yeah,
a
man,
lot.
them two together is magic. So this one is it's a dope movie.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I will. We have to talk about it. I want you to see it before we talk about it more. Of course, this is a hip hop podcast, but because there's a rapper in here, we're gonna get it. And it's based on like Denzel being a music executive.
Exactly.
But
He got like
it's
the
hip hop themed.
phenomenal ear, right? Like he has the best ear in the business for music,
Yeah,
right? So yeah, that's hip hop adjacent. Sinners was hip hop adjacent too in a way. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's hip hop themed, music themed. So we're tied in here. So we'll definitely discuss that after you see it. But
yeah,
all
man.
right, man. Look, it's been another dope episode, man, of Rap and Reason, episode 56. Yo, if you're not following us on social media, do so at Rap and Reason on TikTok, Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to this channel on YouTube, but also if you listen on audio platforms, make sure that you go ahead, give us a star rating and the 5-star rating. And yeah, make sure you share this with friends, family, and continue supporting the show. If there's something you want us to discuss on the show, man, make sure that you leave it in the comments, either on social media or on YouTube. And yeah, man, we'll continue covering some of those topics on here. Raps of Resistance is out on pre-sale. Um,
Yes.
Myself, Earl Hopkins, co-author a dope project that's about conscious rap and is framed around the contributions of Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. So please make sure you check it out. Make sure you pre-order it. It's not out until May, but the pre-orders are out currently on bloomsbury.com. So make sure y'all check it out. And we out, bro.
We out.